Hey guys, so now that we've loaded our organizations and our groups and we've identified all the naming and we've named it correctly, and what we're going to do is test and see that it works right and add our users. So we're going to click on users under groups and users and just give it a bit of time. As you can see, it has not profiles, not groups, not organizations, as we haven't added any database to it yet. So what we're going to do is click on tools, import and remove users. And this save configuration button is pretty handy, as what you could do is I've had a few presets. It's just presets for when you do your mapping of your columns. So basically what's going to happen is you're going to have to tell the computer what this information is, because at the moment it doesn't know what it is. That could be an identification number, instead it's a contact number. That could be something else that it may pick up, and it may get confused between this. So basically you have to map them and tell it that its first name, which is very easy. I'll guide you through it. So what you're going to do is upload your file and say open, and it's uploading quickly. And basically when you save a configuration there, it basically allows you for next time when you come and do a new database with the same headings for a different region, maybe a different company. All you have to do is click on there and it loads it all in for you, and it just makes things a bit faster and simpler. It becomes monotonous when you have to do it over and over. And what you have here is a mode. I don't usually play around with these. I just leave it on auto. You can change it if you really want to at a later on stage. And your default group, what you have here is your dealers, dealer cells, other cells, principal cells, and administrator. So you can assign all this data sheet to who you want in that specific group. So for instance, if you want to target an email or target a specific clientele base, or however your specifications for your company are, you could do it that way. At the moment, I'm going to leave it at no default group because I've got all my information correct. It will automatically link them to my groups and organizations that I want. So I'm going to click next, and as I said to you earlier on, mapping the columns, you can see, and there's a save configuration. Remember, as I said earlier on, you could save your configurations when you upload your documents. So basically you check it says do not import. What you're going to do is click there, say first name as we've already labeled it. As you can see in my Excel documents, I had them all labeled here just to give a little bit of a better title name so you know what we're talking about, and just a better understanding. And it also helps when importing things. You could get confused between one of the two, especially if you have ID numbers and contact numbers next to one another. So that's the first name. I'm just going to add these in. There's quite a few options, so just remember that. And email, that's group. This will be the organization, and that's basically it. Now what we're going to do is click next, and we've got start importing, and this is basically to check that everything's correct. It says new rows to be inserted, 9 invalid rows. Say for instance the data sheet doesn't pick up with your organizations or groups, it'll automatically have invalid rows and it won't pick up anything. For you to find out what the issue was, you can say import now, and in the next window it'll actually give you an error report and tell you where you went wrong. So it's pretty handy and pretty helpful. So at the moment everything's correct. It's busy importing, it's running it, and it'll give me a statistics of what's going on. As you can see, there's no errors. This is the little breakdown. There's no file errors. There's nothing that's going wrong here. So number of them that have been created, number of that have been updated. So that's pretty cool. And you complete it, and there we go, we're done. So what we're going to check now is to see that everything's been updated and linked to our organizations and groups. And from there onwards, we can carry on with the next process, our advanced process of either setting up journeys, your e-learning, e-commence, setting up data sheet statistics, and with all the data that have been uploaded, or you can send emails to your blogs, etc., etc. So there's quite a few powerful tools that this can be used for, and makes your life so much more easier. So what we're going to do now is go to groups and users, click on users just to double check that everything's been added. You can check and see that they've all been added as the right people, and you can check everything, and everything looks fine to me, looks really cool. And you can go to your groups. As you can see with your groups, there's this little blue button here, tells you how many members are in each group. So you can click on it and it'll actually tell you who's been put into the groups and where they're coming from and where they are. So It's been added quite right. I'm happy with that. That's successful. Now we can go to the organizations. As you can see, there's our main organization. That's the head office, basically New Zealand head office, and it's got all of its little branches and provinces that are coming out the north, east, south, and west. So there's three members. As we had in the documents, it had 9 members only. So that's pretty cool, and I'm happy with that. So now you're ready for the next process, and I hope this tutorial helped you. Thank you so much.